Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Terraria. So I've got a few things on the agenda. Going to look at expanding the arena. We are going to go find the Aether Biome so that we can drop some stuff into the Shimmer. And we're going to start prepping up for the Wall of Flesh fight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the arena. I will showcase what changes I made to it afterwards. So I'm going to go get started on this and I will bring you guys back in just a few moments. So here's how it's turned out. I added a second platform to the top. The spacing's high enough that most of the enemies won't be able to jump onto the platform from underneath. I added light sources along the bottom and along the platforms. It is quite long. I stopped it right before the terrain drops off. I still need to add a couple honey pools to it and bass statues. Go ahead and set up my heart lantern and my fireplace there, and whatever banners we have we can utilize just to make the enemies die a little faster. Gonna go ahead and drop this back down over here somewhere since we'll have a little more room. Drop that there. Probably won't do any more of the old ones events until after we do the golem fight. Yeah, just a super simple arena. It'll serve its purpose for the destroyer fight and for some of the events. I want to place down a few of these sunflowers just to prevent some of the spawns from being in the area. So from here I'm just going to head on over to the ocean and we're going to start searching for a new biome. See you over there. As you can see, I've been digging for a while and I still haven't located it. I continue working my way over to the right, making new tunnels. I've honestly never had this much difficulty finding this biome. To be continued. Alright, so our background's finally changing, which means it should be really close. I'm probably right above it. My luck, I will fall right through the center. We'll drop down here. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we have found the Shimmer. The next thing I need to do is build a bridge across the top. I'm going to set up a small house, and I think I'm going to move the Goblin Tinker and the Mechanic over here. It'll just be a little easier to shimmer any of the accessories that we have. We need to tinker together, and I believe his prices will drop when he's in the cavern lair. So I'm going to start working on doing some building and see how this turns out. That's after I finish falling through the world. So I've got the basic structure done at my light sources and get these assigned. I want to try to add some light sources on the outside. I had to add some pillars around the base of it just to keep slimes from going underneath before I got the floor down. Just going to go through here, set up some torches along the base. And we've already got both of them moved in. That was surprisingly quick. That works for me. It means we should be able to buy the pylon, which will make it a little bit easier to get down here. But I want to bring in a few chests and tinker table. I may have to build something on the outside just for the pylon because it still seems pretty hostile over here. Alright, so we've got our pylon set up. I'm going to bring in a tinker table. So here's a quick final look of how this turned out. I added the table, a few chests. I threw some torches up along the top just to brighten it up a little. But really that's it. I just need to open a hole up so that I can throw my items into the Shimmer. So I've added a few extra touches. I'm going to go ahead and get my mana crystal, life crystal, and grapefruit. And we'll toss these in. The grapefruit will provide faster mining and increased building, faster building, one of the two. Of course, the mana crystal will provide more mana regeneration. The life crystal will be more health regen. Okay, so we finally made it into the underworld. I had to make a trip to the dungeon, picked up an alchemy table so I could shimmer that. So now we have a bewitching table, which allows us to get one extra summon. So now I have 2 imps, and I've crafted up a few more obsidian potions. That way, whenever I do fall in the lava, I don't immediately die. So I'm just going to continue working on this bridge. I want to take it down probably about 1/3 of the map and try to keep it somewhat level. I will probably make stairs as long as I can run without having to do too much jumping. Is really all I'm trying to achieve. I'm hoping we get a couple voodoo dolls while we're in the process of building this out. I'm going to go ahead and collect whatever I can down here, open a few chests. So we've got our bridge done. This is the ending point for it. I did collect a couple guide voodoo dolls and I managed to get a magma stone, which I plan on using for the extra fire damage. For the most part, it's fairly straight. We do have some elevation changes in it, but they're easy to jump over. Most of them kind of smoothly go up the steps. Open up some of the buildings so we can fight through the structures. That way there's nothing really in the way. I'm going to head back to the surface and put together what I need for this upcoming boss fight. Got our buff potions together. We've got some steak, iron skin, swiftness potion, health regen, thorns, and we have an endurance potion. Most of my accessories I have managed to get reforged. I've either got +4 damage or +4 defense, and I do have my guide voodoo doll. So we've got all 4 swords that we need for the Night's Edge. I just need to go find a demon altar in the corruption biome. This will be a good replacement for the beekeeper. So I'm gonna head over to the corruption. All right, so we've got demon altars everywhere. Here's my Night's Edge. I'll go ahead and craft this. Oh wow, we got legendary Night's Edge. So I'm not even gonna have to worry about reforging. That's the best modifier you can get. Definitely happy with that. I might actually use that for the wall of flesh. So let's go ahead and head on over. I'm gonna go ahead and head on over to the underworld and go ahead and get this started. All right, we've arrived back to the end of the bridge. I'm gonna go ahead and buff up. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the stall in and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, we have summoned the wall of flesh. And the Night's Edge is doing surprisingly fast damage. I don't even think we needed half of the bridge that we built. We're down to almost half health. He's starting to pick up his speed a little. And now I'm stuck. And I'm still stuck. And dead. Not a whole lot I could have done in that situation, but he was down to 500 health. So I'm going to get my buffs together again. Unfortunately, I don't have as good of a food for the second attempt. I'm just going to have to use the pumpkin pie that I have. So I'm going to get these together. I will head back down, try this again for attempt number 2. All right, so we are back for round 2, wall of flesh. Go ahead and take our buff potions. This is the last voodoo doll that we have, so need to make this one count or I will be farming for more. We've spawned it in. We already know the Night's Edge does fast damage. It's just going to be a matter of staying ahead of him. Got some hearts to pick up along the way. Keep our health full. It's not really doing a lot of damage with the lasers. We're down less than half health. I should be speeding up. I just got to make sure I get up and over these and stay ahead of him. He's down to 1500 health. And he's getting pretty fast. And yeah, he's dead. And I am stuck in the box. That's fine. We have defeated the wall of flesh. There's our tax collector, but I don't have any purification powder. So I'm just going to have to kill him for now. And I'll come back and free that one. We'll get him so we can get a little extra money passively on the side. But I think it's time to go and break some altars, see what we get. So we're down here in the corruption where we fought the Eater of Worlds. We've got a lot of demon altars, so I'm going to go ahead and set up Pawn Hammer here. And let's see what 3 ores we're going to have in hard mode. Our first one is Cobalt. And we're getting Orichalcum, and we have Titanium, and I do like Titanium armor. We'll probably expedite getting that quickly, and just going through. Of course, we'll have to make the Cobalt and the Orichalcum pick. We've got a lot of enemies down here, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill these guys really quick. This legendary Night's Edge. It's gonna work early hard mode. I think it'll be fine. Alright, so we have smashed the altars. We've got our 3 ores. We have officially started hard mode. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next one.